Going back to industry, it varies massively. So food industry tends to pay quite well, depending on what type of food it is. There's so many different types of food industries. Generally meat pays more because of the environment, again, of what you're working with. It's harder to get as many as engineers to come and work in that environment. Obviously you've got vegans that wouldn't want to work in that environment, so that kind of narrows down the market as well. And there's other aspects to it why people don't want to go work for them. Other industries like heavy concrete industries, recycling, they generally pay really well because of the harsh environments, working outdoors in the winters. So yeah, there's quite a lot of drastic change with heavier industries. Lower paid industries generally offer a nicer environment, or they offer a nicer shift pattern. So it's one of them where it's a nicer industry, nicer environment, warmer site to work in. Absolutely. I mean, it shouldn't, because electrical and mechanical engineers are both as useful as each other in the workplace. They're both leaders of each other. But there's fewer electrical guys. Electrical qualifications, I tend to find, apprenticeship-wise, a lot of people fall into a mechanical apprenticeship. A lot of people find mechanical easier than electrical, but it is just as equally important. But as a result of the apprenticeship and what people have learned and what they've picked up, there's more bias to, there's more mechanical guys to electrical guys. So the electrical guys can demand a slightly higher premium because of that, and they know that. And it depends on industry, really. Some industries require a more electrical skill set on an automation side of things, PLCs, where other industries will not. They're heavily reliant on mechanical stuff. So it's really down to industry specific, but across the whole, there is a electrical bias with higher rates of pay. Extremely important, obviously. We go to work for money, being the main point. We don't go to work for free. Plus, if there is a job opening and everything is ticking the boxes, it's the right location, it's the right environment, it's the right sort of people, the right progression opportunities, you have to be rewarded for that and rewarded for your knowledge and skill set. And obviously, there's a lot of people that are already in the 40 to 50 mark. Generally, that's where people are earning, either low 40s to 45. Obviously, some are earning more, some are earning slightly less, but they're already in that ballpark. Most people wouldn't leave a company for any less than what they're on now. Like I say, you go to work to make money, unless there was something seriously on offer that could really benefit them, especially in some of the younger engineers, training and progression, offering HNC training courses, so even further education for skilled engineers. That could be a persuasion point for them to come to your company. Obviously, you have still got to put some money into them by paying for the training course, but generally you go to work for money, and you've got to know the salary before you go for an interview to make sure it's worthwhile, else it'd be a waste of the employer's time and the candidate's time. I mean, generally engineers know what salary they should be on. It's not something they figure out when they start looking. It's something that they know as a stage in their career. Generally, people know when you come out of your apprenticeship, after your 4-year apprenticeship, obviously you're still on apprenticeship wage, generally, and then you are offered a slightly higher salary, but it's still not as high as your peers that are more experienced, say 6 plus 7 plus years. So there is that kind of salary bracket there where people have to kind of determine where they need to be at. And it does come down to what they've learned in those first 4 years. Majority, it's still a learning curve for them after that 4 years. So there's a lot for them to pick up. It only comes over time and with experience, looking at the same thing all the time and actually getting more familiarised with it. And some fast track that, some people do. It depends what they've been exposed to, really. But generally, people talk in the industry. They know what other engineers are on in a similar market, in a similar area. Within the company, people do talk, engineers talk, and the market itself the job boards don't represent that properly as such of what engineers are being paid. The companies that aren't advertising are paying more than the job boards, and the reason they're not advertising is because they're keeping engineers. They're paying the money that's required to keep the good engineers.